Welcome back to the 2022 Heart Baseball Media Day. I'm Stephen Davis. Next up, we're joined by longtime MidAmerica Nazarene head baseball coach Ryan Thompson. Coach, how's it going today?
Going very well. It's going well. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. You guys are the lone Heart school that's played already. You guys went down to Arizona, got a little action in. Tell us about those first games for your team.
Well, it was great to just go play. We've got a lot of new guys, so when you haven't been in a competitive experience or environment together, it's really important to get out there, play, get an idea of how guys perform under pressure. We were play some good competition early in great weather. And I thought we played pretty well, had some good success early. And I think our guys were just excited to be down there playing.
It's good to get a road trip to Arizona, as you said, under your belt. You go to Oklahoma City, then you're going to stay home in the Kansas City area, play some games at the Urban Youth Academy. All these early season games, what are you kind of hoping to get from your team in these contests?
I think you just want to find established roles, see what guys can do. I mean, obviously, you're playing to win every game. We really want to challenge ourselves early in the preseason. That's always been something we've tried to do historically. We want to play good competition. We really want to come out of the preseason battle tested, ready to go for conference. So that's always one of our goals, is just playing good people early. I think that gives you a good benchmark of what you need to do to compete with the best. And so I think, some of the teams we played in Arizona and Oklahoma City is always a good measuring stick for us. It's a great program, been one of the best in the NAIA. So we love going down there and competing with them. And just trying to play consistently, I think, is really key and important. And sometimes that's a challenge in the preseason, but as much as we can play before conference just helps us establish roles with pitching staff, position players, and helps us be ready.
How much did your guys enjoy getting to go out on a road trip, be around each other, away from campus, away from Kansas City, away from Olathe, and then getting to play some other competition instead of themselves?
Yeah, I think it's huge for establishing culture and just getting them together as a group. They start to learn a little bit about each other, and you establish the culture you need, to be a successful team. You gotta like each other, and you gotta be playing for the guy next to you instead of yourself. And so I think that's huge for that. I think they've been, really looking forward to this, and we put in a lot of hard work and preparation to do these types of trips. And it was just so beneficial. It's the first time I've done this in a while. So it was definitely a highlight and something I think that was really good for our program.
For folks who didn't see you play last week, who are some of the top pitchers you saw this first weekend and guys you're hoping to establish here early in the season?
Yeah, we started off, I thought pitching was a real bright spot for us. We have a lot of newcomers on the mound, and we have a few returners, but we started out of the gates with Zach Trevino, who's a transfer for us, and he pitched against MNU Mesa, who I believe is ranked 22 somewhere, 23 somewhere in there, and really did a great job. We didn't do a great job defensively early, playing right out of the indoors onto a fast surface, but he did a great job of mentally staying with it and giving us a chance to win. And then we had some key guys come out of the bullpen. We had Christian Hurtado and Reese Helland, and then Nathan Torres, who's a returner, closed it up for us in that first game. So really pleased with those guys. Game two, we started a freshman who we like, Noah Castillo. He came out and did a good job. Logan Burbach came in behind him. Caleb Clark, all new guys. And then in game three, our closer from last year started. Eric Navarrete did a great job, and I thought he pitched really well. Just had some tough luck behind him, but for the most part, I thought our pitchers came out of the gates ready to go and did a nice job.
How about on the offensive side? You mentioned the defense. We'll talk position players as a whole rather than offense and defense, but how about position players? Who stood out to you that first weekend? Who are some guys who have stepped up into big roles for you?
Yeah, I mean, usual guys that are returners, and we have Joshua Sandoval, Randy Fernandez came up with some big hits. I thought Bryson Sherwood was good all week, just really putting together quality at bat after quality at bat. And he's been a guy. Ryan Leo had some big hits. Josh Torrance, Will Morris, a guy who has played a lot throughout his career, had a nice game against Arizona Christian. So a lot of those guys that we're expecting to do well, did well. New guy in Deonathan Cornett had a really good game against San Diego Christian. So we had some guys that performed well offensively, and I didn't think we were great. We just did enough to win and had some big clutch hits and big spots. And I think that was a good, sometimes you want to be able to not play your best and still find ways to win. I felt like that was pretty much what we did those first 3 games, and it was a little sloppy at times, but when it mattered most, we seemed to do what we needed to do. So I was pleased with that.
You just rattled off like a whole lineup's worth of games there. It seems like you might be able to have some depth this year, possibly.
Yeah, I think so. I think, that's what you're trying to create offensively. You need to have some elite guys in your lineup, but it's really about the 9 guys working together. That's when you really start to score runs and create a lot of pressure and stringing together those quality at bats. So I think we got a nice group of guys of returners from last year's lineup, and we got some new guys that we're hoping will continue to develop.
All right, Coach, we're going to wrap things up. 4 questions. Give me the first answer that pops into your mind for all of these. All right. Okay. You captured your 400th win last season. How much did that mean to you to accomplish that feat with the Pioneers?
Yeah, well, it just speaks to, I've had great coaches, great players. I didn't know it was, I didn't know until the guys surprised me, but I always think about, the opportunity the MNU's given me and just all the players that have gotten to that point and coaches. So it's always a team effort. And I always reflect on that when those things happen.
You don't look old enough to have 400 wins, first of all. So
I feel it sometimes.
Well, you've been there 15 years now at MNU. Do you have a memory or two that stands out from your time with them?
Yeah, I think always those first teams, are important when you take over a program and you have hopes of reaching certain milestones and you're selling this to your players. And when you finally accomplish that first conference championship or national tournament, those always stand out. Just that we got here. But I think every year's unique. Every team's different. And those often that team I'm with, just like this one, will often become my favorite because it's unique to that year. And so, but always those first guys are always special, but a lot of good memories. Very thankful.
Awesome. Hey, give us a little virtual word tour of the baseball facility you guys have on campus for folks who haven't been there.
Yeah, we have a great stadium. I can't remember when we put it in, but great stadium, playing surface. I think one of the best natural playing surfaces. We have a Bermuda infield. Great place to play home games and facilities, indoor facilities, which you need. We have on-campus indoor facilities along with, we do a partnership with Home Field here in Olathe. So that's a great indoor facility that we do spend a lot of time in the preseason with, but yeah, great home field, great playing surface. And it's a great place to play home games for sure.
Awesome. And we're wrapping things up, asking every coach the same question. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when we say Hart baseball?
I think Hart baseball is becoming one of the best conferences in the NAIA. I think we have great coaches in this conference, great teams. I think we showed that last year with Central Methodist making a deep push in the World Series. Really felt like our conference is at a place that our best teams are battle tested. We've seen great competition throughout the year and we're ready to compete in the national tournament. I'm excited about where it's at.
Coach Thompson, thanks for the time. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
That's Ryan Thompson from MidAmerica Nazarene.